Hello my friends, today I'm going to teach you how to talk to yourself and you'll see your life change for the better. We're going to start. Talking to yourself is such a familiar activity that it is difficult for most people to give it up. It is as natural as eating and drinking. We cannot simply stop this inner chatter, but we can control its nature and direction. Surprisingly, many of us still don't realize how much these inner dialogues have an impact on shaping our lives. In fact, our inner conversations are the roots from which the circumstances of our existence grow. As the saying goes, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. However, we often fail to notice that our thoughts follow long-traveled paths created by our constant dialogues. If we want to change our lives and move in the direction we desire, we need to get rid of the weight of old conversations. The Bible calls this process forsaking the old man and renewing ourselves in the spirit of the mind. Our thoughts are reflected in our speech, and to change our thoughts, we must first change our inner conversations. The world we live in is a realm of endless possibilities for mental transformation. Everything that manifests in our lives is inextricably linked to our mental conversations. But as civilized beings, we must be aware of these conversations and act with purpose. Our inner conversations attract the course of our lives. Indeed, they play a key role in shaping our experiences. As long as we maintain the same internal dialogue, our personal story remains the same. Trying to change the external world without changing the internal conversations is like fighting against the natural order of things. We often succumb to negative inner conversations, hoping to gain control over our lives, not realizing that these conversations are the cause of our frustrations and unhappiness. Thus, we continue to wander in an endless cycle, attributing our problems to external factors instead of recognizing the true source within ourselves. Our external experiences are a reflection of our internal dialogues. Our internal dialogues and mental conversations that we focus on manifest in our reality. By repeating the thoughts and beliefs we hold, we create our reality. If our present mental conversations are filled with negativity, they carry over into the future, coming back to us in the form of wasted time and misspoken words. Actions in the present are important, even if their effects are not immediately apparent. Change doesn't happen through loud pronouncements, but through intense inner attention and careful listening. The events and relationships in our lives reflect our inner world. Thinking from within from a position of fulfilled desires is the key to conscious creation. Our inner dialogues are constantly manifesting around us in the events we encounter. To see and hear the desired reality externally, we must first visualize and hear it internally. By mastering the art of controlled inner speech, we can confidently utter what we want to manifest before it even happens, strengthening our belief in its realization. The conscious use of imagination allows us to transform and channel the tremendous creative energy of our inner deliberations from the mental and emotional realms into the physical realm. Your goal must be in alignment with your inner dialogue. Achieving it requires harmony between your inner conversations and your desired state. Your inner dialogue must match your desired reality. The right inner dialogue is the one that reflects the discourse of the realized ideal. Ancient wisdom speaks of two gifts bestowed upon man, reason and speech, which equate to a form of immortality. When properly utilized, these gifts guide us to the divine realms, even beyond the physical body. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word is a generation of the mind. It contains the essence of vibration resonating in the world and attracting into our lives that which matches our inner frequencies. Our inner conversations, like the Word of God, shape the life we create both in ourselves and around us. The union of word and mind gives birth to the life spoken of in the ancient teachings. You and your inner conversation are one, and transforming your mind requires transforming your inner dialogue. To achieve your aspirations, make sure your inner conversations resonate with your imagined reality. As the Bible emphasizes, the Word is close to us, living in our mouths and hearts, empowering us to choose life over death, good over evil, blessing over curse. Our thoughts should be centered on what is good and pure. Our future is shaped by the divine Word, which is our inner speech. The ancient texts of Asia say, "Do you see the fields there? Sesame and sesame, corn was corn." These words reveal the profound truth that one's destiny is determined by fidelity to one's origins. Just as sesame yields sesame and corn yields corn, the seeds of success must be sown in our minds to reap a bountiful harvest of achievement. If we want to succeed, we must sow the seeds of success in our minds. We must think and live as if we already possess it. The key lies in the ideas we accept as truth within ourselves, not in external facts. External facts may contradict our assumptions, but if we persist in our beliefs, they will eventually coincide with our reality. Results follow our assumptions, not precede them. Transforming our inner speech is like putting on new clothes. Our inner conversations, though inaudible to others, have a profound effect on our future state. To realize our ideal self, we must identify who we want to be and correctly perceive a sense of fulfilled desire. Through this faith-filled assumption, our ideal self will find its expression in reality. Visualize yourself as the person you aspire to become by holding firmly to this concept. Life is a training ground for forming images through imagination. Try testing this ability and see how life matches the picture of your imagination. Your internal conversations reveal how you are or are not using this powerful tool. Negative inner conversations, especially those filled with envy and ill will, sow the seeds for future battlefields and prisons. People have become accustomed to these damaging conversations, using them to justify failure, criticize others, and revel in the suffering of others. The perpetuation of violence in the world begins with negative inner conversations. However, by changing our internal conversations, we can change our lives and the world around us. We need to consciously approach our thoughts and conversations by choosing positive and constructive ideas. Changing our inner dialogue is the first step to personal transformation and success. We need to talk to ourselves from a place of fulfilled desires, creating an image of our ideal self. Positive inner conversations create the foundation for a successful and happy life. Constantly paying attention to our thoughts and correcting them helps guide our lives. Our thoughts and conversations within us are powerful tools that shape our future. When we recognize this power and begin to consciously choose our thoughts and words, we become the architects of our destiny. Thoughts of kindness, love, and success attract positive events and people into our lives that contribute to our growth and development. So if you want to change your life for the better, start by changing your internal dialogues. Plant the seeds of success in your mind and you will reap a bountiful harvest of achievement and happiness. Your inner speech is the key to your future, and only you decide what it will be. Start talking to yourself today as if you have already achieved your goals, and your reality will begin to change according to your thoughts and beliefs. To achieve success, you must abandon the old conversations of the loser and embrace the new dialogue of your realized self. This inner transformation is the price of achieving greatness. It is time to take conscious responsibility and co-create paradise on earth. We must use our imagination consciously and lovingly, choosing words that harmonize with our ideals. Imagination is not just a toy or a daydream, it is the gateway to reality, the path to what we desire. By embodying its truth and breathing life into it, we bring our dreams closer to the present. Imagination encourages us to experience our dreams fully in the present, to continuously transport them from the future through the portals of the present. When we imagine future scenarios as if they were unfolding now, we may encounter resistance. This resistance serves as an important sign, indicating potential blockages that prevent us from achieving our desired future. It requires our awareness and focused attention. Our current experiences, which we may not be fully aware of, are related to the unrecognized forces of our inner conversations and the states of mind they generate. If we encounter undesirable circumstances, it is a sign that our mental diet needs to change. Just as man does not live by bread alone, but by the word that comes from the mouth of God, which is our mind, we must feed our minds with noble and loving thoughts. The imagination must be a participant and not a mere spectator, moving from the mental and emotional to the physical. Expanding your senses, imagine seeing, hearing and touching what you desire, intensely filling your imaginary state with real tones and sensations. This active use of imagination awakens in us a spirit of achievement and relief far removed from the passive acceptance of appearances. Imagine yourself in another place as if it were here and now, bridging the gap between future and present. Imagine yourself in a desirable place, embodying the version of yourself you want to become. Pay close attention to your inner conversations during this imaginary exercise. If your internal dialogue matches what you would say and do in this imagined reality, you have successfully bridged the gap between the future and the present. However, if you encounter resistance in your inner conversations, see this as an invitation to go deeper into your thoughts and emotions. These resistances may indicate limiting beliefs, unresolved fears, or hidden doubts that need to be recognized and resolved. Try this exercise and you will see its transformative power. To succeed, we must abandon the old, unsuccessful inner dialogue and embrace the new conversation of our realized self. This inner transformation is the price of greatness. It is time to take conscious responsibility and create paradise on earth together. We must use imagination consciously and lovingly, choosing words that harmonize with our ideals. Imagination is not just a toy or a daydream, but a gateway to reality, a pathway to what we desire. By embodying its truth and breathing life into it, we bring our dreams closer to the present. Imagination encourages us to experience our dreams fully in the present, to carry them continuously through the portals of the present.